Okay, we're now back. May 29th, 2017, 4:15 p.m. The stream got cut off because every time I move the standing desk up or down, it causes the internet to cut out a bit. I think it's like this magnetic field or something. Perhaps, who was it that was studying? Alexander Ramai, perhaps you can explain this bizarre phenomenon keeps happening. No, I have a cable. You need ideas about other games? No, I mean, I have ideas about what I'd like to do after. Not game ideas though. After 5 years on this one project, I'm ready for a break. It's not really game related stuff. It's like life stuff. Like I wanna practice manual transmission. I do have siblings, but I'm not gonna talk about that on the stream. Feels weird talking about my, just the internet. I have some friends of mine who share a lot on social media. It's always kind of weird. Do I think VR is the future? I don't know. I hope not. I would prefer not interacting with people through VR. I've got a Vive set up. I don't use it very often though. And yeah, no, not a problem. These are actually kind of fun. I mean, I'm just like moving a bunch of things around here, so. I also think like machines are gonna take over, and you know, we're gonna have to fight them in a few years. So I'm probably not the best person to ask about the future. The thing is though, I don't think games are the best thing for VR. Like my favorite ones are not games, you know, they're just you know, a lot of people talk about how okay, yeah, VR doesn't have a killer app yet, you know, but I don't think, and a lot of people are like, oh, you know, we want to see like Skyrim or whatever, but people are forgetting it's incredibly exhausting to be running around like that. So, like, like, my favorite is this thing called GPU particles. You just twirl around and it's like all black and you have this rainbow color, like 100,000 rainbow colored particles, and you get to twirl. It looks like you feel like a god creating galaxies, and that's my favorite thing. You know, I love to, you know, put on some Cat Power, Nora Jones, and zone out, twirling particles. I do that for like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes at a time. That's it. Oh, where's all these people coming in from? Apparently I've got toasty buns. Ah, wow, Unicorn Dev. Thank you, Unicorn Dev, for the host. I do have toasty buns. Got a piece of bread in honor of your raid. Thank you very much. Well, I just want to give a shout out to Unicorn Dev. Oh, this is a really intense raid. Oh, welcome everybody. Hey. So, Unicorn Dev is another streamer. She's a game development artist, game dev artist. This is quite the raid. This is like the most intense raid we've had in a very long time. GPU particles. I don't know if it's on Steam. GPU cubes VR. This one. So thank you, Unicorn Dev, for the raid and the host, and welcome everybody from her stream. So my name is William. I'm working on this game called Manifold Garden. It's been in development for about 4 years. It's a puzzle exploration game. Some screenshots. This is what the game looks like. I'll post some links. And yes, it is. It has been a while indeed. I hope you've been doing well. I am getting quite close to shipping. At the moment, we're just sort of doing some level design. So I've got this new tool that lets me, you know, visualize what the game looks like in 3D space, in you know, with all the video game, with all the post-processing effects applied. We are super excited about these new columns. One of the things that I discovered recently is SketchUp is a fantastic tool for studying architecture to get inspiration for level design. I'm a huge fan of Frank Lloyd Wright's work. You know, it's short of actually visiting some of these places in person. I think the best thing you can do is there's a bunch of these models that you can download in the SketchUp warehouse, and it's a really great way to kind of study how the building is put together. You can zoom in on the details of the columns. So yeah, we're slowly getting there. So this is our new tool. So you can see, you know, a lot of these. Now the problem is because SketchUp uses a different system for rotation and movement than what happens inside the Unity editor and what happens inside Manifold Garden in no clip mode, that I am getting all my keyboard shortcuts confused. I have posts on Reddit sometimes, but you know, Reddit is they're really anti self-promotion, so I don't do it very often because I don't want to get shadow banned, but once in a while when I find something cool, I do. Smurfberry BQ, thank you. Yes, this was at GDC. There's a GDC talk. You can check it out. I spoke at GDC a little while ago. So I talked about level design and impossible geometry, and also since so many people just joined, so I stream pretty often. I basically stream whenever I'm working. It ends up being about like 6 hours a day. It's like 2-3 hour sessions. And one of the things I'm going to start doing is starting, you know, every Saturday, 1900 UTC. I'm going to be playing through old builds of Manifold Garden. So I'm going to do like you know, it's going to be this 90-minute episode where I revisit old builds of the game, because I've kept builds of the game since yeah, late November, early 2013, late 2012, early 2013, and we're going to kind of go through all these builds, and I'll talk about, you know, my ideas at the time, what I was thinking. You know, and you can see how a lot of these ideas, like at the beginning, they were super rough, and then kind of how they evolved to become what the game is now. You know, I just started making this game. I had no game development experience prior to starting Manifold Garden. I was like, I'm gonna make a game. I think it'll take me 3 months. And, well, here I am 4.5 years later. So I think the best way to learn is just to download it and start using it. If you have a project that you're working on, that's, you know, it's not, yeah, you can like watch a bunch of videos and read a bunch of articles, but until you start making a game, you're not really going to learn how it's done. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's Steam goal of the game. Goal of the game. I'm gonna post this video. I do these on YouTube, so I've got this YouTube channel. I will. You guys have so many questions. I got a bunch of links, but on my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/William Cheer. It's my same as my Twitch handle. But I've been doing these development update videos where I kind of talk about what I've been doing, what I'm working on now. But I give a brief intro of what the game is. So I think that should be, yeah, check that out. I will show the game in just a bit, but I'm currently in the middle of like reorganizing some of the architecture here. Do I consider an obstacle having like a good idea but no experience to make the designs of that idea? I mean, I did not have I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I just started. Now the thing to be aware of with games is that, you know, a good idea is a good idea, but ideas only get you so far. There really is no room for idea guy or idea girl or idea person in games because ideas are cheap. This is not to say there aren't good ideas and there aren't bad ideas, but so much of it comes down to execution. For example, I think Crypto the Necrodancer, great idea. Rhythm roguelike. But you know, it worked because they executed on that idea well. And yeah, you need to do that. So it's all about executing. And it took me, you know, it took me 10 minutes to come up with the idea for Manifold. Hey, why can't you walk on walls? It's taken me 4.5 years to make it. If I have a link for you to check out, sure. I mean, you can post it here too. So anyway, all that is just to say, your game is ultimately going to come down to the execution. So, you know, everybody starts somewhere. Okay, man, Unity, you're driving me crazy right now. I don't know why, but it's not. It's doing this thing where it doesn't like to. Sorry, I'm gonna have to restart this. Do I work as a programmer or is this your hobby? Yeah, he does a stream development every Friday. Ryan Clark, twitch.tv/Ryan Clark, C-L-A-R-K. Yeah, we got a lot of questions here. Yeah, I had this thing. I had like the command for my programming history. I was like, yeah, I started off doing CSS programming, and someone was like, CSS is not a programming language. So, yeah. Gen user, there you are. By the way, for those of you in the U.S., how is your Memorial Day weekend going? Time for bed. Okay. Well, Unicorn Dev, thank you again for the raid. It's great having you here. And for those of you who aren't already following Unicorn Dev, make sure to give her a follow. She also does these weekly, actually I don't know how they are, but do feedback streams. So you can post your work and she'll give feedback on that. So if you are an artist as well, I highly recommend you checking that out. You wake up at 5 a.m. normally? Ooh. Are you a morning? I guess you have to be a morning person. I am not a morning person. I wish I were. Crope Cat. Yeah, I follow a lot of like non-gaming YouTubers. I recently started following this YouTube channel. It's called Truckin' Lovin'. It's just this couple, and they do these vlogs about driving in their truck throughout the U.S. It's pretty interesting. I just like started. I was looking up videos on how to learn to drive a truck, so I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, a lot of the channels I follow are like learning French. There's a lot of random stuff. It's pretty cool. Hey, you just started, or you've decided to start. It's good. I mean, the deciding to start is the first step. Lovin' Truckin'. Yeah, or Truckin' Lovin' or something. Like they talk about how some tips for going on trucking trips is they have a pee bottle, because even if you do make it to a rest stop, it takes like 10 minutes to park the truck. So sometimes when nature calls, you just gotta answer. Yeah, Labyrinth. What's a HEMA? Nack Ladder. Willkommen. I think that is German. I do not know. But welcome. Wonderful to have you here. Oh, Elle's Heartbreak is fantastic. The soundtrack is so good. I didn't end up finishing it. More just I stopped having time, but wonderful game. Have I ever been to Europe? I worked in Italy for about 3 months back in 2008, and then after that I traveled a bit. Went to whoa, the did I just do? Historical European martial arts. Oh, interesting. You know, I was actually at the Art Institute of Chicago recently had well, currently they've got a medieval armor exhibit, and I went there. Fascinating stuff. Um, Yeah, I do love that it captures Elle's Heartbreak captures very well the feeling of moving to a new city, making new friends. Really love that. I think the time thing was a little bit too intense. My main interest is actually Roman history. I'm currently on Byzantine history, which I guess is already would be would fall into that. I will check that out. Scola Gladiatoria. Hey, oh yeah, I'm using it's an engine called Unity with a lot of customization. I think I've seen Metatron. Wait, what? GTA 6 is in development? I think Rockstar is going to be milking GTA 5 for a while. If only. Do I have a ship date? No, but I am close. Nah, they're gonna do Red Dead Redemption. If they're gonna do any reveal. Yeah, but that the Mafia games already do that, right? Oh, so I think they make so much money on GTA Online. I want them to do I need them to do a PC release for the first one because I haven't played it. What do I think? It looks pretty cool. I mean, the most interesting thing about it is the setting. As far as gameplay goes, it's It's another Far Cry game. Drive some vehicles, shoot some guns, kill some people. Like, you're going to sleep? Alright, Doombox. Have a good nap. I think. No fall damage. Yeah, fall damage in this game doesn't make sense. There's no death. Alright, Stugan, I'll see you later. Yeah, I mean, I played, can't remember which one I played. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. Where's the guy where the villain has a mohawk? It's the one that has that secret ending where you can just like wait around a bit and then they'll release you. Now, why isn't this lining up? This is weird. I just realized this is not lined up correctly. What? All right, good night, Alexander. Yes, there is definitely some inspiration from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Just realized that I had this. What? What? This is so weird. No, I've never played a MOBA. before. You mean like League of Legends and Dota? Yeah, I've never played either of those games. Hey, Godfather. Hold on. Ah, God. Okay, here we go. Want to shout this to the clouds, but to have the opportunity to have the tools and time to make a video game, so goddamn liberating, feels amazing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in sort of a slightly different position where, you know, I very much looking forward to being done with this guy. Ah! There's like one thing is something here is like not lined up properly and it's driving me crazy. Ah, here we go. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. Also, the problem, what happens is, like, if it's a big object, I'm looking at here, right? But I need to zoom out in order to grab this. You know what, guys? I'm just going to take a quick, because my eyes are a little bit tired. I'm just going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'll be right back. You know what? While we're here, let's just hit, let's sort this prefab. Okay. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see what's happened in the chat so far. Something Blender, traditional modeling. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Palindrome Dev, feel free to post a link to Blender. Unfortunately, I do not know how to use Blender, so I can't help you all. All right, let's get back to work. Oh, you talking about that Blender poster? You know, when I saw that, I couldn't tell if it was a joke to show how convoluted Blender is. If I'm thinking of the correct one, which is like how to... Alright, well, you know what, let me hit play. We'll go inside, let's check out this game now. Show you guys some of the gameplay. Got lots of new people here today. Like, I saw it and I was like, this is a joke, right? And then some of the comments were super serious. So what happens when I hit play is we're actually making a duplicate level. Got this script, it makes a duplicate level, and then it combines, it does sort of all this processing. It combines the meshes, it sorts out the colliders, etc. So this is sort of what's happening right now. Yeah, no, I know a lot of indie devs who use Blender. I think if you work at a studio, people tend to use one of the other ones. More because I think people learn that in school. Tears. Tula tak. Yesterday I learned some Danish. I'm trying to say thank you, a thousand thanks. Tula tak or something. I do use raining mood. Tusentak. Alright. Now that we've got the rain mood going. Hey, Malqua! Yo, it's been forever. Alright, so what is Manifold Garden about? For those of you that are new, you might remember, if you've seen Inception, you might remember that scene where they fold Paris in half and start walking up the wall. Well, in Manifold Garden, you have the ability to change gravity. Walk up to the surface. See this reticle, and then it's purple. You can change, so each different gravity has a different color. Now, what else is there? When I jump off, now the world wraps around in 3D. So I'm going to land exactly where I fell off from. So it keeps repeating. Note the repetition. What the hell is that? Oh. Alright, so anyway, we've gone through. I'm super happy with some of the new architecture layouts here. You know what? Maybe after, once we get a lot of the names, before I send it out, I might. Well, let's spend a stream where I go through them. If you have suggestions, please add it to the list. It would be super helpful. Yeah, and we'll do like a review, because I don't watch too many YouTubers. So what happens is I just have like no idea who I should reach out to. But if you guys have some ideas, that would be fantastic. It's not a shader thing. It's it's super messy. Well, the reason why I don't use shaders is because you actually have to get there. Okay. you talking about how I'm doing the? I'm just guys. I just duplicate the game objects like 125 times with only the renderers. Not necessarily the best system, but it's what I'm doing. Not yet. Soon. I'm sending out the test builds very, very soon. God, you guys have so many questions. Yeah, but soon. Because yeah, the thing is we haven't started the optimization pass. Yeah. Yeah, no. I do. So Northern Lion actually, it's Northern Lion E3. Northern Lion's best of E3. Manifold Garden was one of Northern Lion's best of E3 2016. Yeah, no. I'm just what I'm doing with the list is more. We'll get that, and then once we're done, we'll go through and review it. Like we'll kind of go through it together, and I'll do some research. But it's more as a way of having. I'd rather have someone on the list and be like, okay, actually they don't fit, let's remove them, than totally miss someone. So it's more of a way of catching, making sure I don't miss anything. So yeah, and of course I'm not, gonna be just blindly emailing people. We'll take the time to research and all that. More sort of in an additional thing, because a lot of people will often on the stream will suggest, oh, you should email it to this person, and it's difficult for me to kind of remember all the names that people throw out. So it was more like, hey, okay, let's yeah. So it's just a list that needs calling. Um, you know, I still need to do my homework. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what it's for. So yeah, feel free to do that. And of course, as we get, and like I said, we also have a Discord, Palindrome. So if you kind of want to have a conversation, that might be better. Yeah, it's just so hard to keep up. You know, there's like a new system. You know, it's yeah, like marketing PR is already a huge thing away from development time, and then to like keep up with the YouTubers and the streamers is just you're like, wow. Oops. Oh, the bot's down. Let me see here. Oops. Ah, there we go. Now it's time. So, you know, initially when I'm blocking out, I always just put like a wall there and a wall here. It doesn't look that great. So let's get started. Dun, dun, dun. So all the programmers. Let's hide this guy for now. I can't see. So Tears, has the school dance happened yet? Yeah, keep us posted. did you say there was like a the school dance or something? Oh, it was over. It happened already. Went well, I hope. What's this here? 1, 3, 3. Sometimes that happens. It's oh, I see, the teacher. I don't think we had dance training. It was like no dimmed lights, no mood lighting. Well, 3 sodas, okay. So it wasn't a complete loss. Life is just one big rehearsal. All right, good night, Palindrome. See you later. Thanks for stopping by, and really, thanks again for all the tips about that YouTubers. Greatly appreciated. Oh. Is this for work? It's both. Hey, enemy speak. Yeah, I mean it's my it's my game Manifold Garden that I've been working on full time for the last 4.5 years. These are new. I mean, I'm a big fan of these. What is? What the heck? How did this guy get? delete this. Let's disable this guy for now so I can see. Yeah, it's made me think a bit more serious, and I might do a massive blog post regarding what I have come to learn. Awesome! Well, I look forward to reading that. And, alright, have a good night. Yeah. Hello, Ed Riofer. How's it going? You excited to get a new build of Manifold Garden? It's coming out soon. Yeah, so this time we are, yes, yes. You've done more than enough. Yeah, we'll have the sign up, we'll have the new sign up form soon. We want to add 50 new people each every 2 weeks. You guys do know if you're getting the beta builds, it's kind of ruining the game for you, right? Just a quick heads up. I have this new tool where I can preview the level. Yeah, it just, you know, the problem was the last time it, you know, my biggest concern is just not having the build leaked again. Because last time when we were doing it through itch, ended up on a bunch of torrent sites. You know, I know the game's gonna get torrented when it comes out. That's just sort of the reality now. But come on, man, wait until I finish the game at least. Hey, Asimbi, how's it going? No, those are not. Well, no, I think I will. I'm just gonna implement some, you know, I'll have to put like a bigger watermark and just be like, you know, it's gonna be this constant text. Because I've seen some YouTubers play it, and it's like, come on, man, like, you were... Yeah, that was kind of lame. Like, some people were streaming that build So I'm just gonna have a watermark that's like alpha build, you know, not for public demonstration, and yeah. It's more annoying just because it's like it's more work for me to have to worry about. But yeah, no, the feedback is really great. I did do an NDA. There was an NDA that you had to read and check before you download it. I mean, but people just break it. I mean, I don't know who it was. It was like we just had 200 random people sign up. Some people were super helpful. I do not know. My this graphics programmer I'm working with, he came on board about 2 months ago. He added that. So yeah, I did an NDA, and they ignored it. I think people putting games up on torrent sites are not really people who care too much about the NDA. Yes, possible, but a lot of work. Like, it's not, like, I'd have to go in and I have to make changes. I have to put out a build. I have to host it. I have to host, like, you know, we have 200 beta testers. I want to get more people. That's going to be, that's like, did we just get hosted or something? Oh, hey! AS2PIK, thank you for the host. And welcome, Jean-Sebastien Bachu and Mr. Salamak and SKD Futon. Well, you guys have some really hard to read usernames. AS2PK, I do not know who you are, but I am going to let me check out your channel. I'm guessing you're a fellow game developer. Yeah, you're a programmer. You know what? I'm gonna follow your channel. I'll make sure. Bonsoir, and you're bienvenue chez mon stream. Je parle français aussi, mais pas vraiment bien. Mais nous sommes très contents que vous êtes ici. Ah, ok. Moi, je suis William. Je fais un jeu qui s'appelle Manifold Garden. Je travaille depuis 2012. 4 ans et demi. Oui, c'est parce que j'ai grandi au Canada, donc j'ai pris français pour beaucoup des années. So yeah, but again, I'm making this game, Manifold Garden. I'm a indie game developer. That's cool, but I will definitely tune into your channel. Then I can practice my French. So yeah, it's you know what? Since everyone is here, let me hit play and we'll check out what this game is about. You guys might I'll put some links, info, Steam, and oh, thank you, Jean-Sebastien. So yeah, on the stream I do mostly level design, development. Yeah, the game's been in development for 4.5 years. We're almost getting close to finishing. You know, there's actually a really great article from Factor News, which is a French game development website. I think you guys might like it. I was very, very happy. with this. They said I think it said it was his favorite surprise. And I'll link to this Factor News article. Anyway, yeah, we have a wish list you can add the game on. Yeah, it's if you guys have seen Inception, you might remember that scene where they're in Paris in the dream world and they fold the city in half and start walking up the wall. So that's what you can do. That's kind of the foundation of the game. I worked alone for most of it, but I've gotten a few graphics programmers to help me. So what it's doing is it's making, you can see how on the left I've got all this stuff just sort of randomly organized. What it's doing is it creates a duplicate level and then it goes through and we actually get a lot of comparisons with Antichamber. Mostly it's with the visuals. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in just a bit. So yeah, what it's doing is it's creating another level, and it merges all the renderers, splits up all the different parts of the level. So like the renderers, the colliders, the gameplay objects, the cubes. Yeah. And so yeah, and this is a particularly big level. Yeah, it's the edge detection, so it's actually not cell shading. So if you look at cell shading, it's actually cell shading has more to do with the, usually it is with edge detection, but it's doing this thing with the lights. I'm not doing that. I just don't have any textures or speculars, so it ends up looking like cell shading, but it isn't. So AS2pick, AS2pick, what are you making your game in? Yeah. And also for everyone that's new, if I'm speaking too fast, just feel free to ask me to slow down. So yeah, you remember the Inception scene. You can change gravity like this, so you basically walk up to any scene. Well, thanks for stopping by. Right, so I can change gravity, and what happens is the geometry of the game does wrap around. So I'm currently just kind of flying around, but so if you look at this tree, right? I was in no clip, but if I fall off, right, there's that, but there's another version of this tree level directly beneath me. So the world wraps around in 3D. And same thing, I can take this cube, and if I throw it off, I'll see it come down from above. And again, right, because it's actually looped back around. So, and then there's some other cool things here. For example, we've got this, where am I? Let's find out here. Oh yeah. So here's a really cool one. So again, this is another scene in Inception where they fold the city and they have two mirrors, and so it repeats, like, you see that? It's like when you stand between two mirrors and the world keeps repeating. And, you know, I can shrink down into a smaller version of the world. Oh, well, okay. Mostly stream indie games. So the world is made up of smaller versions of itself. It's not. It's all designed by hand, which is why it's taken so long. Yeah, the game is kind of a nightmare to make though. We're working on those. Those are just there's a lot of artifacts. Hey, Carlos. And man, yeah. So anyway, we've got the Steam store page. Every week I do. I also make this. There's a development update video. So anyway, let me just post the Steam links in the chat since the bot is dead. But my YouTube channel is just YouTube. Zone here, but I do like these quick videos where I kind of talk about what I've been doing and talk about the gameplay. This is the most recent one. Well, you know, the reason why we're loading stuff in the background. It's not there's some compromises to be made there. So if you're interested in development, the dev log. I've been keeping a development log of the game since November 2013. So if you're interested in design, it's kind of talked about all this. So it's been a few years, and then finally, so starting on Saturdays. Yeah, the transitions are faster on faster computers. We'll have like a minimum time, you know, so just because you have a super fast computer, it won't be like an instant, because I do, but you know, it might be like 2 or 3 as opposed to 5 or 6. So every Saturday, 1900 UTC, so 1 p.m. CT, that's like, I guess about like 7 p.m. in France. I'm doing this show, this 90-minute stream where I play through old builds of the game. I've got builds of the game going back all the way 2012, 2013. I'm going to play through them and talk about how the design changed over time, you know, what I was thinking. And just to give you a quick idea, because you guys saw, let me move this over. I mean, you guys just saw what the game looked like now, and that's still in the editor, so there's still a lot of problems. I want to show you. This is from 2013, March 2013, March 11th, 2013. Just want to show you guys what the game looked like at the beginning. Relativity. Oh yeah, it used to be called Relativity. But we'll have it archived, you know, so it's going to be 90 minutes, so I think it would work very well for YouTube. A discourse in 3 parts, because you know it was an interactive essay. But if you look at this, right? So, I mean, I could change gravity then. So back then, didn't even have the floor. You just kind of come in here and do this. Yeah, I got rid of that. I changed the title. And so here now it's like you gotta learn to go up a wall. So, you know, I'll play through them and kind of talk about like what I was thinking. You can see how ideas kind of evolved and kind of came back, and how yeah, just kind of, you know, like where the games are. Like, look at how bad walking up the stairs is. You see how bumpy that is? Duk, 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 duk. Right? Just to feel it. Like, look at how slowly that falls. And it like clips through this wall. Like, look at that. So, yeah. Anyway, the stream will kind of be talking about the evolution. Yeah, each color is a different gravity, different direction. So there's 6. So yeah, the development update video, the one I just posted, that will give you a really good breakdown to kind of show you a lot of the gameplay, what it's about. Oh, and then also, this is something I'm kind of proud of. If you're into Instagram, if you go to the Manifold Garden Instagram page, it's kind of cool. The whole thing is one giant collage. Occasionally show some gameplay videos, but anyway, I'm kind of happy with this. I think it's kind of cool. Hey, bless me. Or should I say, salute. 4 ans de dev, c'est énorme. L'aspect anti-chamber brainfuck du jeu avec les couleurs est génial. Merci. Yeah, it's like anti-chamber. Oh, you know, it's actually one of my favorite games. You guys might know it. It's another French developer, Naissance. So yeah, a lot of inspiration from Naissance, Starseed Pilgrim, The Witness. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less from a programming language called brainfuck. I don't think you would like it. It's not. The focus isn't on puzzles, but as someone that loves architecture, I really enjoyed it. So it's kind of taking what I loved about that game and putting it in here. You know, a lot of focus on large pieces. Oh, by the way, AS2 pick. One thing that I discovered, for those of you interested in kind of level design, one thing that's cool is and SketchUp is a fantastic resource because I think you can learn a lot from architecture, and SketchUp has a lot of buildings that in the SketchUp warehouse that you can download and take a look at them. So, you know, for my game, there's a lot of influence from Frank Lloyd Wright, and you know, this is kind of cool to be able to download models of his buildings and just kind of really study how things are laid out. Yeah, yeah, you did. We'll get into that soon. Ezra, he actually streams. He streams quite often. Highly recommend checking out his stuff. So yeah. Anyway, you can see we've got this editor tool, but yeah, like look at these columns, right? They're all. I am not. No, j'ai 3 programmeurs qui travaillent avec moi, mais ils travaillent seulement 20 heures chaque semaine. Or less than that, yeah. And this guy even did the interiors, which is amazing. So anyway, it's a cool way to kind of study and learn. So yeah, you can see these columns are very, very Frank Lloyd Wright. Not me, right? Just the guys. Them helping me. They're part time because it's sort of they came on towards the end. So it was more kind of helping me. My French is lit. Is there a is there a word? C'est lit. The doors on the old Relativity build? Is lol code a real thing? Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna use this. Yeah, I mean, for how many years I've been studying it though, it's not very good. Yeah, I just need to keep practicing. It's hard, you know, because I don't use French day to day. Hey, hey! I.I, how's it going? Welcome back. If you do make something with it, you should stream. Algerian first, but French too, by the way. Okay, well, asked to pick. I will remember. I followed your channel, but definitely, yeah. Thank you again for the host, and I will. I hope to catch one of your streams. Alright, let's finish up this base. I mean, if you describe exactly what you're doing, that's pretty much, that is kind of programming. Like, I feel like half of programming is figuring out what exactly it is you want the computer to do. And then really it's just a matter of translating that to something the computer can understand. What the... Um, I used to work all the time. I used to work like 12 hours, 14 hours a day. I've gotten a lot better at that. The middle part was the worst. Now my schedule is I work every day. But I do 6 hours a day, every day. So usually ends up being like 2-3 hour sessions, and I find I can focus. It's like when you're making a project that's this long, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Actually, it's not. The thing is, it takes as long as it needs to take. I really have no idea. Yeah, it's you just treat it like a job, right? The streaming helps. I stream whenever I'm working, more or less, whenever I'm working on the game. But there's still a lot of like marketing and business administration stuff, and I have to take care of. Did I study? No, I mean I studied physics, so I did not know anything about game development until I started this. It's my first game. I just kind of learned as I was doing this. When I started, I thought the game was going to take me 3 months. And, well, it's been 4 years now. I do. You wouldn't. You didn't know me back then. I mean, I'd worked in advertising before. I'd worked in museum exhibit. I don't know. C'est la même chose. Autodidacte, I think, without the E. Sans le E. Mais c'est le même mot. I think you have to be. All programmers are, It's like you don't understand something, you just start reading and figure it out. But it's also important to know when to get help, So like, I'm not gonna do the music for the game. I'm gonna get somebody else to do that. I do have some people that I've talked to. Well, you know, it's not that simple. It's definitely one of those things that's gonna. It's gonna take a lot of careful planning. You know, I do get a lot of people emailing me about the music. You almost got a profession. Yeah, you got Hey Alvaro. Oh, salud. Thank you, Mr. Selamak. Alright, so let's I want to create, so here's something we're gonna start designing. It's a little fun thing. Yeah, the thing with this preview though is it's very I was so actually kind of a big deal. I was 25 years old when I started the project, and last week I turned 30. So yeah, you know, for a long time I kept thinking I want to get the game done by the time I was 30. And you know where we've come so far. But I will finish the game when I am 30. So yeah, it's been yeah, I just kept, you know, it was sort of just this thing. You see that Forbes 30 under 30. Thank you. I'm a real adult now. It's a weird year for sure, though. But I've been sort of in the 30 mindset for a long time. It just... Okay, 20 more minutes. We'll set a timer, 6:17 p.m. I'll do set 20 more minutes. I'll let you know. Actually, we'll keep an eye on. Yeah, it's like, I think I was so stressed out about it, you know? But I've... It was not. It was a few days ago. Hey, happy birthday to you. Geminis unite. You have a twin brother. Wow. Interesting. So are you the evil one or the... Which one are you? Haha. Yeah. I guess my joke wasn't that original. Yeah, okay, I don't quite know what this thing is about, but it looks cool. Yeah, it's not my intention to have the bulb, but I don't, because my minimum length of things is 0.5, and that's 1, so it's like I don't really have a whole lot of room to put it there, to do anything with it. You don't want to know... Oh, when I'm live? J'ai pensé que tu as dit tu veux m'abonner à savoir où j'habite. I'm on Twitter, but also if you get the notifications, I always stream when I go live. Yeah, as for when I go live, yeah, Twitch will tell you, and then on Twitter. Oh wow, it's 6:22 already. So I've already been streaming for about 3 hours today. Let me just move this over. Yeah, so I don't quite know what the point of this thing is. You said a sensor in the church, huh? Just move that over. So I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna make some dinner. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so see, that's just kind of interesting. So yeah, what's left is kind of this background. So you can see this is the old version, right? Like when I'm blocking out the level, I just kind of put up this wall and a window, and it doesn't look that interesting. And then what I do later is I go in and I replace the windows with these patterns. This is a very Frank Lloyd Wright thing, by the way. You see this window? There's no corner here. And that's it's a big sort of thing, that motif in Frank Lloyd Wright's work. You can see it especially in his most famous building, Falling Water. Now, if you take a look at this. So you can't see it, but the idea was he had, you can see it opens up. This whole thing opens up, so it gets rid of the corner. In his words, it was destroying the box, which was a fascist symbol. This is architecture that represents freedom. Anyway. Kind of got that going in there. So, alright, I am gonna take a break, get some food, might go to the gym. It actually is good, because the thing is, if you're not careful, like when I'm designing puzzles, I'll often just make a room, and it's called a box room. Right? Like it's when I'm kind of prototyping puzzles, I'll often just make a room that's a box. And then what happens is later on, I want to kind of get away from that. So actually destroying the boxes is pretty relevant to level design. Anyway, I don't know why my nose is super runny today. Yeah. Oh, did I tell you I strained my neck because I was at this barbecue yesterday and there was a pull-up bar, and then somebody was like, "Oh, let's have a chin-up contest." And when you're sort of straining on the last ones, you like are straining your neck, and I kind of hurt myself. It's not too bad. It's happened before, but I did win. I did 9 chin-ups. Ah, une autre fois, je vais faire une stream en français. I'll speak a little bit slower. Mais, Mr. Salamak, ça me fait plaisir que vous êtes ici. Je parle à propos de l'architecture de Frank Lloyd Wright. C'est tout. Right, I'm gonna take off. Happy Memorial Day for those of you in the U.S. Everybody else, thank you for joining us today. I am going to host my friend Hardly Difficult. He is another game dev streamer. So I'm going to host his channel. I'm going to send you guys over to him. And as always, thanks for joining us. We've got a Steam store page. If you like the channel, you should follow. If you like the stream, you can follow the channel. I stream pretty much every day. And then the final announcement, last time, I'm sure many of you heard it before, but every Saturday, 1900 UTC, 1 p.m. Central Time, we are going to be doing this like 90-minute show where I play through old versions of Manifold Garden. We're going to look at all the ones starting from 2012 and go to, kind of to the present. I'll talk about how the design changed over time. So if you're interested in game design, check out this stream. It'll be on here. It'll be here on this channel, and I'll post more announcements on Twitter. All right. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.